Hello fellow wholehearted, welcome to Hanging with Hang. In today's video, I am going to share with you a few things that you can do to deal with grieving someone. Now, this video is for those of you who are in the process of grieving someone that you love, something that you attach to very dearly, and it's a very painful process you're in right now. So my hope is with these few things I'm sharing with you, it will accelerating the process and it will minimize the pain that you already are experiencing. Because here's the thing, grieving sucks because you feel like there's a big hole in your heart, there's a void that need to fill, and sometimes it can be very unbearable, depend on how deep your love you have for that someone or something. So with that, my friend, if that is you at this moment, I just want to pause for a second and sending you some love from my heart to yours in the best way that I can send to you. And I can only imagine the extent of the pain that you are moving through right now to say goodbye to someone before you want to say goodbye to, or something that before you want to say goodbye to. So with that, here's a few things to keep in mind, my friend. One is to understand and accept the nature of grief for what it is. Being humans, you are bound to grieve, because when you love someone and when you lose someone, as long as you're in this meat package, you're gonna feel that pain of grief, that sadness, that anguish, that sorrow. And the deep pain that you are experiencing is simply a reflection of how deep you love that person. So honor that love that you have for this person, and honor the life that this person's have lived, and honor and celebrate the bond that you have and the deep love that you have, that so deep that is bringing so much pain that you're experiencing right now. So accept it for what it is. Don't try to fight it, don't try to resist it, don't try to compartmentalize it and push it away, because I know it's very easy when you experience a deep pain like that is to push it away. So allow it, my friend. Which takes to key number 2, is as you accept the nature of the grief and nature of you being humans, as grief come in and out in its own term, right? Sometimes it feel hopeless, sometimes it feel like you don't have control, which is true. It will come when it's want to come in, it want to go when it want to go. Try not to judge it, and give yourself space to process that grief with grace. And what I mean by process the grief with grace is my invitation for you is to process your grief in a way that doesn't hurt you or people around you. To really sit and be with this pain. You can ask yourself, what can I do and how can I process this grief in a way that doesn't hurt me? So your intuitions, your Holy Spirit will guide you into the thing that you can do graciously to let this energy of grief move through you, so it doesn't stay in you and stuck there for years. And the reason why it's important to do this, I can tell you by giving you one example. One of a client that I worked with back in 2009, you know, her husband actually was going to be my client, and then when I came to the house in Oklahoma to help him, his wife in so much pain, physical pain, so he asked if, Hank, can you help her? So, you know, without understanding what happened and the history of it, what I just walked in is she had this pain, excruciating pain in her knees. And what we discovered just traced out intuitively at that moment. I just flow with her, and we found out that yesterday, the day before, was an anniversary of her mom's death. So in the process of investigating and looking for the root cause of her pain, it's come down to the grief of her mom who passed away, that she didn't properly processing it, so her body is literally hold on to that grief, and additional pain, additional emotional feeling that she had toward the doctor, toward her mom, that her body holding on to and caused this chronic pain. And within an hours, as we clear out the energy of the grief that she didn't process, her pain dissipate. And she was saying that, Hank, for the first time in 3 years that I actually experienced pain free. So my friend, I'm sharing this with you is to show you the significance and the impact of the pain that grief could have on you if or when you don't deal with it graciously. And when you don't let yourself be human and move through the grief, it can stay there for years. And that's just one of the many examples that I witness and firsthand support others to move through. So please remember, process your grief graciously by creating space and ask yourself, how can I process this deep pain without hurting myself or other people around me? So it could look like a form of talking to a friend, talking to a therapist, right? Go out on a run, take a cold bath, something that actually help you and support your system. Eat some healthy food. An opposite of that could be, projecting your pain on people that you love, right? Your anger on people that you love. You say things that you don't mean to. You eat a bucket of ice cream, drink a lot of alcohol, doing drugs, things that actually hurt you, because there's so many different ways of coping pain. So I'm inviting you to be conscious about it and ask your system of what you can do in a way that's helping you. And my friend, I cannot express this enough of the pain that I know that you are moving through right now. And I'm sure that I cannot understand the extent that you are feeling. So with that, the third key that I'm inviting you is that to fill the hole in your heart right now of grief with your own love, with your own compassion, and love yourself through this time. Give yourself grace, give yourself compassion, give yourself time to move through it. You don't have to force yourself back to work so early. You don't have to force yourself to be okay sooner than your system is ready. Give yourself that space to bring that love back into yourself. Do the thing that nourishes your soul, that energize your spirit, and that sparkle your heart, even though it feels like there's a big ass hole that it needs to feel right, the void that needs to fill right now. So fill that void with your love, with your compassion, with your grace, and fill that void with the love that you have for the person that you say goodbye to, and fill that void with the celebrations of the gratitude of the thing that you had together with this person. So my friend, I love you from my heart to yours, and I am sorry for your pain, and I hope these keys will help you move through this graciously. A lot of love from my heart and from Hawaii to wherever you are in the world. Aloha.